Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Offside Zone. I'm yo man, Flathead Willie. I'm in the brand new office. I got the Tulane stickers. I got the Sac State stickers. I got the NIU with the Wallace Run sticker. I'm so happy to be back. Anyways, we're going to summarize this here because we got a lot to cover in this first show. We got some hires here. Levi Duke takes over the Green Wave. Coach Nacho takes over Sac State, and DeMarcus Jenkins takes over NIU. Duke looks to bring a fresh recruiting identity to Tulane. Coach Nacho looks to retain that recruiting he had helped so much with at Cincinnati and Liberty. And DeMarcus Jenkins is officially the new head coach of Northern Illinois. He's possibly the most shocking of this hire, as nobody knows about him, but NIU is betting on him for long-term growth. Rebuild won't happen overnight, but they're hoping he can return the Huskies to conference championship contention in the Mountain West. In the Offside Zone, what's happening, fans, here for football? Northern Illinois Huskies marked in the, and DeMarcus Jenkins marched into Kinnick Stadium, and to face the 18th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes, walked out with a 21-14 upset victory. Now here's the crazy part, folks. If you look at the passing stats, I think NIU never had a chance. Quarterback McCone completed only 4-6 for 28 yards, threw no touchdowns, even tossed an interception. But Northern Illinois didn't come out of Iowa City to air it out. They came to run the football down Iowa's throat. McCone was electric on the ground, 27 carries for 160 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and he wasn't alone. Running back Tully Johnson Jr. pounded it down for 23 carries and 147 yards and a touchdown. 307 yards of total rushing, 3 touchdowns, over 5 yards a carry. Pure old school smash mouth football. The Huskies controlled the clock, continued to control the line of scrimmage, and proved that sometimes you don't need 300 passing yards to beat an opponent. You just need to dominate the ground game and a defense that refuses to quit. Now Northern Illinois heads into Week 2 sitting 1-0 with a massive confidence boost before taking on FCS Midwest, followed by road trips to Arizona and Georgia. If the rushing attack keeps rolling, folks, don't be surprised if the Huskies come out as one of the biggest surprises stories in college football this season. Another surprise story is Sac State sitting at 2-0. They dominated Eastern Michigan last week, 42-13, and I think it was. And Sac State now took on an FCS West opponent, and Coach Nacho drew it up, pitching a 42-0 shutout over FCS West. The Hornets wasted no time, exploding for 21 first-quarter points before adding a touchdown in every remaining quarter by the final whistle. Sac State had piled up 349 total yards on just 38 offensive plays, averaging an eye-popping 9.7 yards per play. Start of the afternoon, running back Curtis put on an absolute clinic. 14 carries, 230 yards, 16.4 per, 4 rushing touchdowns, a long of 77. Every time Curtis touched the football, felt like he had a chance to take it the distance. Quarterback Conklin managed the game efficiently, completing 9 of 13 passes, folks, for 123 yards and a touchdown while overcoming 3 sacks and 1 interception. When the Hornets needed to throw, he delivered, including a 36-yard strike on the game's lone passing score. Defensively, Sac State was downright dominant. 42-0 shutout, only 14 first downs allowed, and the Hornets never let FCS establish a rhythm. That's the kind of complete performance coaches dream about to kick off a season. And old Coach Nacho's no different. Folks, I know it's an FCS opponent, but you can only beat who's on your schedule, and Sacramento State absolutely handled their business. The offensive line opened up holes for Curtis all afternoon, and the defense threw a shutout. That's a recipe that'll win a lot of football games. 42-0, Coach Nacho and Sac State. Lastly, Tulane reprimands head coach Levi Duke after Bourbon Street incident. Tulane has formally reprimanded head coach after a night on the town. According to the university, he didn't break any laws or policies, but athletic director Dustin Romine said the matter has been handled internally. The school officials determined his public behavior did not meet the standard expected of the leader of the program. Coach Duke has taken responsibility for his actions. Understands being the head coach of the Green Wave is representing the university at all times. We have addressed the situation internally, and we consider the matter closed. Duke addressed the incident, offering an apology to the Tulane community. I love New Orleans, enjoyed the time with my fans, but I understand I have to set the right example. Should have used better judgment. I apologize to the players, alum, and everyone who supports me and Tulane football. My focus is now on leading this football team for a successful season. The university does not plan to take any further disciplinary action, and Duke will continue to coach as normal. Team practices have continued without interruption, with players reportedly appreciating the coach's willingness to take accountability. That's all we got for you right now on the offside zone, folks. That's week 1. I see that we're going to see how Levi Duke makes out at Duke. So you all have a great afternoon, even better evening. This is CF27 Offside Films, Episode 1. Can't wait to bring more to you.